The year 2025 marks a pivotal moment for both New Jersey and Virginia as they prepare to elect new governors. Term limits prevent current governors from seeking re-election, creating open races in both states. These elections are attracting national attention, viewed as key indicators of the political landscape ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. Both races are expected to be closely contested, with voters facing a complex array of issues and a diverse field of candidates. In Virginia, the gubernatorial race is shaping up to be a referendum on the policies of the previous administration. The outcome will likely hinge on the electorate's perception of the federal workforce overhaul and its economic impact on the state. New Jersey's election presents a different dynamic, with a crowded field of candidates vying for their party's nomination. The eventual nominees will need to navigate a complex political landscape marked by low voter enthusiasm and a high number of undecided voters. These gubernatorial elections provide a glimpse into the future of American politics. They will test the strength of both parties and highlight the issues that will likely dominate the national conversation in the years to come. The results will have significant implications for both states, shaping policy and governance for years to come. In Virginia, the Democratic Party appears to have a distinct advantage, with several factors pointing towards a likely victory for their candidate, former Representative Abigail Spanberger. Spanberger emerged from an uncontested primary, allowing her to consolidate support and focus on the general election early on. This stands in contrast to the Republican nominee, Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears, who faces the challenge of uniting a party still grappling with internal divisions. Historically, Virginia has shown a tendency to elect governors from the party opposite the sitting president. This trend, observed in recent elections, suggests a pro-democratic environment in the state. Furthermore, the impact of the Trump administration's policies, particularly the federal workforce overhaul spearheaded by Elon Musk through the Department of Government Efficiency, has created a significant vulnerability for the Republican candidate. The restructuring led to mass layoffs and widespread uncertainty within Virginia's substantial federal workforce. This issue has resonated deeply with voters, particularly in Northern Virginia, home to a large concentration of federal employees. Spanberger has effectively capitalized on this sentiment, positioning herself as a champion for federal workers and criticizing her opponent's ties to the previous administration. The New Jersey gubernatorial race presents a stark contrast to Virginia's more predictable contest. With term limits preventing Governor Phil Murphy from seeking re-election, both Democrats and Republicans face a crowded primary field, creating a high degree of uncertainty in the race. This open contest has attracted numerous candidates, each vying to capture their party's nomination and the governor's seat. On the Democratic side, a diverse field of contenders has emerged, including prominent figures such as Josh Gottheimer, Mikey Sherrill, Steve Sweeney, Raz Baraka, Stephen Fulop, and Sean Spiller. This crowded field has resulted in a highly competitive primary, with no clear frontrunner emerging. Recent polls suggest a close race among the top contenders, with a significant portion of voters remaining undecided. The Republican primary is equally competitive, with former gubernatorial candidate Jack Ciattarelli facing off against challengers like Bill Spadea and John Bramnick, among others. While Ciattarelli benefits from name recognition due to his previous run, the Republican electorate remains divided, with a substantial number of voters open to alternative candidates. The outcome of both primaries will depend on the candidates' ability to mobilize their base and persuade undecided voters. As the 2025 gubernatorial elections approach, several key factors will shape the outcome of these pivotal races. In Virginia, the historical trend favoring the party opposite the sitting president, coupled with the lingering impact of the Trump administration's policies, particularly the federal workforce overhaul, creates a favorable environment for Democratic candidate Abigail Spanberger. While her opponent, Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears, benefits from incumbency, she faces the challenge of distancing herself from potentially unpopular policies and uniting a fractured Republican base. New Jersey's race remains highly unpredictable due to the crowded primary fields and a large number of undecided voters. The eventual Democratic and Republican nominees will need to consolidate support within their parties and articulate a clear vision for the state to capture the governorship. Key issues such as the economy, education, and the environment are likely to dominate the general election campaign. Expert analysis suggests that Democrats are well positioned to win both gubernatorial races, with Virginia leaning more strongly Democratic due to the dynamics of the race and the salience of the federal workforce issue. However, the unpredictable nature of politics, particularly in a volatile political climate, underscores the importance of voter turnout and the candidate's ability to connect with voters on a personal level. The outcome of these elections will have significant implications for both states, shaping policy and governance for years to come.